that they save $100 off any drain cleaning service this month. Your line is that we don't charge a service call. He's literally laying down on the job. Okay, so we can't get a baby to talk, but we can fix any leak. Well, almost any leak. Wardrobe.
Call Roto-Rooter, that's the name, and away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Menards' 11% rebate is here. From lighting to lumber, from doors to floors. The bigger the project, the bigger the rebate. Menards carries Dakota shelving in a variety of finishes to match your unique style. Get this Dakota shelving for a value of $8.89 after rebate. Upgrade your home with super fast vinyl plank flooring. Lakanto vinyl plank is durable, waterproof, and easy to install. Valued at $189 per square foot after rebate. Hurry in, the 11% rebate is here.
Save big money at Menards.
If you've been searching for an alternative to suffering with dentures, I've got a great solution for you. I'm Dr. Grant Olson, and at Innovative Dental Implant Center, an Innovative Implant Smile will give you back the smile that you love and let you eat the food you want with a premium set of natural-looking teeth screwed in on implants that doesn't come in and out. To learn more about this life-changing Innovative Implant Smile, visit innovativeimplantsmile.com or give us a call at 417-889-4746.
Welcome to the Lake of the Ozarks. Hi, I'm Jordan Salisbury, the owner and founder of the Salisbury Real Estate Team and Salisbury Property Management. Born and raised here at Lake of the Ozarks, I've loved growing up here, and I'm now raising my young family here.
I don't see any fish.
I've been selling the lake for almost 20 years, and we specialize in selling and managing lakefront property. So whether you're buying like a local, staying like a local, we want you to live like a local.
One has to wonder what the trajectory of Michael's life would have been like had he not been burned.
Tonight on Ozarks First, Fox 49.
Are you guys ready to go?
I've been taking notes.
We are going to draft our teams.
Let's go, Team Arrington.
Let's go, Team Blaze. Assemble.
The Gordon girls.
This is falling apart.
No missed platforms, right?
Oh my God.
Are you kidding
Tonight
me?
on Ozarks First, Fox 49.
Aaron Sachs & Associates, proud to partner with Nick Bolden to support families fighting cancer.
Next at 6:30, new video tonight and a first-hand account of a fiery crash that shut down Interstate 44 in Springfield. A woman tells Ozarks First how she and others rushed to rescue the drivers involved as a semi went up in flames. Plus, answers beginning to trickle in involving a vandalism and burglary case in Buffalo. We have the details in a follow-up. And we'll share some results of a recent audit on Missouri's marijuana program. Ozarks First at 6:30 starts now.
This is Ozarks First News at 6:30.
Our top story tonight, a woman recalls tense moments to help pull a driver from a fiery crash involving multiple vehicles. This was the scene on Interstate 44 near the Highway 65 interchange in Springfield Wednesday evening. A semi-truck going up in flames due to that crash that shut down the interstate for hours. Tonight, Springfield police telling us 2 drivers did suffer injuries, but what caused the collision is still being investigated. A woman who witnessed the chaos and then rushed in to help spoke with Ozarks First Doreen Abaya today. She brings us that story tonight live near the crash site.
Bailey, I'm near I-44 and Highway 65, and behind me is where the accident happened. And according to Jessica, she sprung into action to help a driver who was involved in the accident. And if a truck hadn't taken the hit, she would have been a goner.
I looked up and all I saw was the truck coming towards us, and then he hit that other semi and it blew his just trailer into pieces, and then he came skidding towards us on the barrier.
Jessica Rizak says the semi hit into another truck, blowing the trailer apart and ripping into its fuel tank, already on fire as it slid towards her vehicle.
I jumped over the barrier and tried to open the door, the handle, and it was locked. And I just kept screaming at him to like open the door. He just was like dazed. And so my husband ran to find something to break the window with, and I ran to the toolbox in the truck and found a hammer.
Her husband ran to help the second driver, the one hit by the oncoming semi. Rizek says the impact broke his seat and threw him off onto the sleeper.
I just dealt with the situation as I needed to. The last thing I wanted to do is watch somebody burn to death.
Rizek says the driver she rescued had his phone in his hands, and she's not sure if he ever hit the brakes.
He hit all of those and piled them up against the concrete barriers. I feel so bad for the other driver that got hit. I mean, he's in horrible, horrible shape. Very bad condition.
She says the scene has replayed in her mind ever since, and she has a message for drivers.
I'm sitting trying to get this guy out of a truck, and there's pedestrians around with their cameras out. Your camera's not going to save anybody. Get off your phone and help. That's all I would have to say.
The Springfield Police Department says it's still investigating the cause of the accident. As and when we know more, it will be updated on our website on ozarksfirst.com. Reporting live here in Springfield, Doreen Abaya, Ozarks First.
Now a check of your forecast following a sunny and warm day, but it was a breezy one. This is around 2:30 this afternoon on the downtown square in Springfield. You can see the camera whipping and the flags too. Let's take a live look over downtown Springfield now. Following a really beautiful sunset, still a little bit peeking through the clouds there. Colder weather is moving back in. Jamie, it sounds like this might have been our last nice warm day.
For this week, definitely. I mean, tomorrow's going to be notably colder, and then this weekend is going to be cold. I mean, it's not going to be so bad that you don't want to be outside. It's just, it's going to be colder than we probably like. And looking at today's highs, it probably makes you shiver when you think about a cold weekend. 71 today's high, 75 is the record, so we were only 4 degrees off here in Springfield. We did set one record high though today, and that was in West Plains at 75 degrees, beating the old record by a couple of degrees. And that record went all the way back to 1981. Temperatures are cooling off now though, still mild in our eastern counties, colder air slipping in from the west. 49 in Joplin. Winds continue to howl out there too. We've got wind gusts occasionally hitting 40 miles per hour here in Springfield. We should find those winds gradually subsiding throughout this evening and overnight tonight. They'll remain breezy past midnight, but they won't be as strong as we've encountered throughout the day today and now this evening. Temperatures are going to tumble through the 40s, the 30s. We'll be in the upper 20s by 3 o'clock. Looks like we get down to about 24 for a morning low as we begin this cold weekend. Bailey?
All right. Thank you, Jamie. Daniel Gaines of Pulaski County has received a 20-year prison sentence. His online Kik account was discovered by investigators in June of 2024. 20 videos and 1 image containing child sexual abuse material were found on that account. Investigators say they also found messages which discuss details about sexually assaulting a child. Gaines pled guilty to those charges associated with the case last December. Aiden Harper, who's from Springfield, has been found guilty of threatening a courtroom judge multiple times in April of 2024. According to court records, Harper requested a civil protection order that was denied by a judge. He responded to that decision with vulgar and threatening remarks toward the judge and his family. A week later, Harper made the same remarks in a different hearing. Right now, Harper is serving prison time for an unrelated sentence, and he'll be sentenced for these threats on April 1st. Buffalo police working to solve several cases of property damage, arson, and burglary from earlier this month. Follow up tonight. So far, Jamal Poole has been charged for breaking into and damaging a business that's under renovations just north of the downtown square. Ozarks First, Parker Patchett, spoke to Buffalo police and a nearby business owner about the latest developments in this case.
I spoke to Buffalo Police Chief Chad Garner, who tells me he was able to solve this case in a matter of days, aided with a written confession as well as a written apology to the property owner by Poole. Now, Garner says that Poole has admitted to other crimes in this area and has been arrested in connection to a recent arson as well.
Jamal openly admitted in the interviews that he was committed these crimes, and we're just trying to get all these things wrote up and submitted to the prosecutor's office for review.
Buffalo Police Chief Chad Garner says he's been able to solve the first of a string of crimes in downtown Buffalo. This week, Jamal Poole was charged with breaking into this building earlier this month just north of the downtown square, admitting to police that he and another man were bored.
The victim's been trying to renovate that building, and she's put a lot of money into that place trying to get that thing up and running. So I'm very unfortunate whenever we have people destroy things that we're trying to build in our community.
The next night, police were called to Bolin Automotive for an arson investigation several hundred feet south of the first break-in. Owner Aaron Bolin, while an officer for Buffalo, has let others investigate the case as he tries to recover stolen titles so he can run his business.
I was able to recover one for that Jeep over there. The other ones I pretty much have to just go track down through either previous owners or the places that I purchased them through. I'm not so sure how recoverable they're going to be.
Buffalo police are also looking for another man in connection to these cases. We have details on him and what you should do if you have any information with this story online at ozarksfirst.com. Reporting in Buffalo, Parker Padgett, Ozarks First.
Two separate public safety measures have been approved in the Missouri House of Representatives. One, House Bill 2498, would grant court access to juvenile detention assessment records. It would also clarify guidelines for trying certain juvenile offenders as adults in a courtroom. Then House Bill 2637 would add human and sex trafficking to the category of dangerous felonies and offers new guidance on the conditional release from state correctional facilities. Both of those bills still need approval by the Missouri Senate. House lawmakers also passed a bill dealing with industrial hemp and legal marijuana. Representative Dave Hinman is the sponsor of that bill, and he says this measure will update Missouri's law to fall in line with the guidelines of the U.S. government. It will also allow Missouri's Attorney General primary jurisdiction to enforce laws surrounding illegal THC and hemp products. The bill also heads to the Missouri Senate. Meanwhile, a state audit of Missouri's marijuana program is raising some concerns. It's one of the main issues is whether some of the licensed bidders have an unfair advantage. According to audit results, some of those applicants were able to create abbreviation identifiers, and doing so would give graders a sense of which company was applying for those licenses. Missouri State Auditor Scott Fitzpatrick says applicants with those abbreviations were more likely to be awarded licenses.
And of those 12, 10 of them received licenses, which is a success rate of about 83%.
More details about the audit, including a statement from the Missouri Department of Health and Human Services, can be found on our website. Be sure to keep up with Ozarks First on our social media pages. A lot of videos being shared there, as well as interactive stories, other important news from you, for you, in the heart of our communities. Be sure to find us on X, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, as well as TikTok. Take a live look down at Beaver Lake in Arkansas as we head to break. Stick around, though. We have your full 7-day forecast coming right up. And later in the show, we'll tell you about a new history exhibit set to open soon at Union Station in Kansas City.
This is Ozarks First News at 6:30 with Bailey Stroll and Chief Meteorologist Jamie Warrener.
When you have everything you need, anytime the motivation hits, you can give everything you've got.
Did you just become a morning person?
Maybe. Enjoy 24-hour access at most Planet Fitness clubs. Save $28 or more when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, February 27th.
You in?
Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Kicks it out. Steps back. Puts it up. Squish.
Bet all your favorite player props on FanDuel. All customers choose your own reward today.
In the Ozarks, comfort isn't seasonal, it's essential. At Patriot Heat and Air, we're here year-round, keeping families comfortable through summer heat and winter cold with expert American Standard solutions. The Patriot's about more than heating and cooling. It's about heart, hard work, dependability, and doing what's right, even when no one's watching. That's why we were honored with the Better Business Bureau's Torch Award for Ethics, because integrity matters to us, and it matters to the families we serve. Patriot quality as sure as value. Our people make the difference.
Every day, we push harder, train longer, prepare to be more on the field, the court, and the diamond. At Multiply Credit Union, we believe in that same drive. We're here to help our members grow together, live fully, and be more in every stage of life. Multiply Credit Union, proud to be the official credit union of Mizzou Athletics.
At Pinnaker Chevrolet Buick GMC in Branson, we're not just selling cars, we're helping our neighbors find the perfect ride. With a huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles on the lot, there's something here for every budget and every lifestyle. We're also actively buying vehicles, so if you're looking to sell, bring it by, no obligation, just a fair offer. Family owned, community driven, trusted for generations. Let our family take care of yours at Pinnaker Chevrolet Buick GMC in Branson or online, PinnakerBranson.com.
Yahtzee Custom Structures, a trusted barn builder since 2005. We specialize in post-frame buildings and custom-built homes. So if you're looking for a long-lasting and well-designed pole barn, a custom-built home, a hobby shop, or an elegant and durable barn dominium, give us a call. We even do commercial properties. We offer fully staffed crews to ensure customers' projects will be started and finished within a reasonable time frame. And we stock our own quality lumber and supplies, so there are no delays with third-party vendors. Your next building is closer than you think with Yahtzee Custom Structures.
One has to wonder what the trajectory of Michael's life would have been like had he not been burned.
Every single aspect of his life was impacted, and not in a good way.
Tonight on Ozarks First, Fox 49.
Well, that's it. That run of warm weather is over with, and it's going out with some wind. Temperatures right now sitting in the mid-50s, winds out of the west at 20 miles per hour. And the winds howled today. We had gusts that topped 40 miles per hour in many spots. Peak gust of 47 miles per hour in Joplin, and here in Springfield we got to at least 45 miles per hour. Now, for a lot of the day today, that did come with warm temperatures. In fact, along and east of Highway 65, 70s ruled. In fact, close to 80 today in Mountain Home. One record high out of this round of warmth this week, and that was in West Plains, 75 degrees, beating a 45-year-old record high that went back to 1981. Now, skies are mostly clear. All the rough stuff with this storm system off to the east, and you can see these thunderstorms, and some of these have been tornado warned, moving across Illinois and Indiana. The storm that's helping to generate these strong wind fields is located here just north of I-70, moving off to the northeast. And that storm system wrapped in very dry air this afternoon. So that combination of gusty winds, very dry air led to a high fire danger. And that's why we had that red flag warning. As the winds subside and humidity levels come back up, though, that fire danger will subside overnight tonight and into Friday. Now, this storm system also dragging in some cold air. And once it drags the cold air in, it will leave the door open. So we're going to see successive shots of cold Canadian air as we move through this upcoming weekend and into Monday of next week. Looking at the hour-by-hour forecast for tonight, mostly clear skies, temperatures getting colder, the winds easing. We start tomorrow off with mostly clear skies, and I think for the bulk of the day on Friday we'll find mostly sunny weather. Now there will be some lower clouds moving in toward the evening hours, and that will come with a risk overnight, Friday night, of maybe a rain or snow shower. Nothing significant, but it's there. Looks like that activity will be on the way out by Saturday morning, and the clouds will thin out as we work towards Saturday afternoon. So I think we end the day with clear conditions across the area. Temperatures tonight will drop off into the 20s. Yeah, we got to get used to that again, right? 24 for a morning low in Springfield with a wind chill of 14 degrees. Tomorrow we'll find afternoon temperatures in the upper 40s north of the interstate and in the low to mid 50s south of the interstate. It looks like we get close to 50 here in Springfield. Weekend forecast looks colder, mid 40s on Saturday. Morning lows on Sunday in the low 20s with afternoon highs in the low 40s. This will be our coldest weather in a couple of weeks. Temperatures running 5 to 15 degrees below normal. And Monday morning, that's when we'll find the coldest readings with widespread lows in the teens. But we'll turn it around quickly next week. And the reason why is, while the door may be left open for cold weather this weekend, it looks like that door will get shut early next week. And as the pattern kind of flattens out across the United States, and we'll find warm air once again spreading across much of the lower 48. And the result will be warmer weather. So again, we've got this cold snap. But once we get on the other side of this cold snap, we are going to find warmer weather as we work through the middle of next week. It looks like on Tuesday, that'll be our transition day. We will find a lot of high clouds, but I think we get up to about 60 for a high. Wednesday, a lot of high clouds, but it looks like we get into the mid 60s. And then we get back to sunnier conditions on Thursday with highs remaining in the 60s. And we should hold on to that mild pattern into the following weekend. Bailey?
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Jamie. If you are planning on fishing at Table Rock Lake this summer, you're going to want to hear this. You can now keep smaller spotted bass thanks to new regulations by the Missouri Department of Conservation. The minimum length for Kentucky bass is being lowered from 15 to 12 inches on April 30th. You can find more details about fishing at Table Rock Lake this season on our website, ozarksfirst.com. Now a story for history fans, a new exhibit coming to Kansas City's historic Union Station this summer. It's called the Berlin Wall, A World Divided. The exhibit will feature more than 300 original objects that highlight the importance of freedom, human rights, and democracy.
We, together with a group of experts and historians and educators, were able to create an exhibition that explains the story of the Berlin Wall from a human perspective and basically tells us what does it mean to live in a city, in a continent, in a world that is divided.
The exhibit is currently being showcased throughout Europe, and it's expected to come to Kansas City this May. Still ahead, we are back on the big stage for this week's Serving the Ozarks. Tonight, we're focusing on a specific Springfield Little Theater program that helps the youngest of kids.
Dear Winter, our squad of vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready. Bundle up, Toyota. Get low APR financing on the 2025 Tacoma with $1,000 TFS APR cash. Toyota. Let's go places.
News Nation Tuesday. President Donald Trump addresses our nation in the first State of the Union of his second term. And News Nation is the only network to cover it with respect for all Americans. Diverse voices, honest perspective, with the best political team anywhere to break it down. All part of America's new prime time. Special State of the Union coverage begins Tuesday, 6/5 Central on News Nation. News for all Americans.
Big test, big game, big deadline. When it's a big deal, you lock in. And this is a really big deal. Get Mediacom fiber-powered 1 gig internet for $50 a month for 3 years. Plus Eero Wi-Fi and equipment, all included. Lock in speed, lock in price, lock in gig. For just $50 a month for 3 years. No hesitation, no bill shock. Call 844-EXTREME2 today.
Healing takes more than medicine. It takes people like you. At Midwest Technical Institute, you'll train to care for others in dental offices, medical clinics, and hospitals across your community. In just months, you'll be ready to step into a career where you can change lives, including your own. Trade up to compassion. Trade up to possibility. Trade up to trade school. Learn more at midwesttech.edu.
Leaky pipes, clogged drains, toilet or water heater troubles, all could be signs of bigger problems. Junior's Plumbing, your residential plumbing experts, are here to help. Fast, honest, and reliable service at reasonable prices. Always done right the first time. From drips to disasters, we fix it all. We're also offering low price specials on water heater replacements. Call Junior's Plumbing today or scan the toilet. Don't despair. Junior's there.
Thanks, Junior's Plumbing.
Dear Winter, Our squad of vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready. Bundle up, Toyota. Get low APR financing on the 2025 Tacoma with $1,000 TFS APR cash. Toyota. Let's go places.
The 27th annual Check Out Hunger campaign now in the books. Around 60 local grocery stores teamed up with Ozarks Food Harvest over the holidays to raise nearly $60,000. That money will now provide more than 177,000 meals for families facing food insecurity right here in Southwest Missouri.
And now, Serving the Ozarks, sponsored by Patriot Heat and Air.
Well, last week we told you about the Springfield Little Theater taking center stage for our Serving the Ozarks segment. And this week, Ozarks First Krbk Codell is taking a deeper dive into one of the programs they offer. It involves educating the youth about the arts.
The Springfield Little Theater is an experience for more than just volunteers.
A lot of families get involved because their kid may be in a show, so they'll volunteer and help with costumes or props or whatever, and it does become a family event.
Aside from putting on shows, kids starting at age 4 can choose to go through the Little Theater's education program.
Truly, there is a place for everyone at Springfield Little Theater.
The Judith Reynolds School of the Performing Arts, also known as the Judy, has been the dedicated education facility for 7 years now.
They're really shy and they're not quite sure, and all of a sudden they find their voice. They find confidence. They get that courage. They learn how to talk in front of people.
When you see that awakened, it gives me chills still. There's truly nothing like it.
50 fifth grade students attend the Academy of Fine and Performing Arts at the Judy, where they get a normal fifth grade curriculum, but with bonuses.
All of their learning and the demonstration of that learning is happening through the arts. So it's an arts integrated curriculum.
Fifth graders this year are putting together Percy Jackson, the Lightning Thief musical.
Education in the arts teaches you to have confidence in your own ideas and unique abilities and unique capabilities.
Education Director Lorianne Dunn tells me they're building people who enter the workforce more resilient and inspired.
You can always spot a theater kid because they know how to get the work done.
You can go to springfieldlittletheater.org with questions on how to sign up your kids or yourself.
Whether you're dipping your toe into just trying on this whole theater thing for the first time, or you're a young person who has even identified a pre-professional interest in the performing arts.
Reporting in Springfield, I'm Krbk Codell, Ozarks First.
Serving the Ozarks, sponsored by Patriot Heat and Air.
With most clubs open 24 hours, Planet Fitness is ready for you anytime the motivation hits. Save $28 or more when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime.
You in?
Deal ends February 27th.
Menards' 11% rebate is here. From lighting to lumber, from doors to floors. The bigger the project, the bigger the rebate. Pittsburgh's Distinction Interior Paint is a paint and primer that offers excellent height and coverage with a resilient finish. A gallon starts at a value of $29.98 after rebate. Pittsburgh's Paramount Interior Paint provides advanced protection, true one-coat coverage, and excellent scrubability. A gallon starts at a value of $39.99 after rebate. Hurry in, the 11% rebate is here.
Save big money at Menards.
Whoa, you don't see that every day.
Mind your business.
I mean, how did that happen?
Mind your business, Billy. That's why we have auto owners. Our agent was able to customize our policies so when the unexpected happens, we know we're covered.
Because minding your business is our business.
Now that's simple human sense.
Ask Mid-America Specialty Markets in Lee Summit, O'Fallon, and Springfield if auto owners make sense for you.
Once upon a time, there was a big house that had a little leak in the crawl space. A man from a national company told the lady her house was in danger of falling down. He pressured her and said the house should be condemned and it would cost a lot of money. Luckily, the lady called the Smells Brothers. They came and gave her an honest estimate and the problem was fixed.
If you've been thinking your house may be sinking, get a Smouse under your house.
Every journey needs a guide. You've tried doing this solo. Each time the scale has gone the wrong way, you carried the fight alone. That stops now. At Apex Life, you get a plan and a partner, someone who reaches down when you struggle and pulls you back up. Real support, real results, real partnership. Our January pricing is just $2.99, including medication and coaching. Go to apexlifeclinic.com today for your free consultation. Apex Life, let's climb together.
With most clubs open 24 hours, Planet Fitness is ready for you anytime the motivation hits. Save $28 or more when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime.
You in?
Deal ends February 27th.
We're all out of time. Make sure you grab a jacket before you head out tomorrow and over the weekend too. And we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining us.
I got some ideas.
Okay.
Time out? No. Time in. I feel like mascots should affect the over-under. Ooh. Betting in space?
All customers choose your own reward today.
Once a year, a rhythm thunders across the countryside. It can't be tamed. It can only be driven. It's Ford Truck Month. Let's ride. These trucks, they haul, tow, and conquer everything in their path. So hold on tight and drive the Stampede.
You can't sit still when there's a stampede of savings at your local Ford dealer. Hurry in to get the best deals of the year on a built Ford tough truck.
Get to Ford Truck Month.
If you've been searching for an alternative to suffering with dentures, I've got a great solution for you. I'm Dr. Grant Olson, and at Innovative Dental Implant Center, an Innovative Implant Smile will give you back the smile that you love and let you eat the food you want with a premium set of natural-looking teeth screwed in on implants that doesn't come in and out. To learn more about this life-changing Innovative Implant Smile, visit innovativeimplantsmile.com or give us a call at 417-889-4746.
Welcome to the Lake of the Ozarks. Hi, I'm Jordan Salisbury, the owner and founder of the Salisbury Real Estate Team and Salisbury Property Management. Born and raised here at Lake of the Ozarks, I've loved growing up here, and I'm now raising my young family here.
I don't see any fish.
I've been selling the lake for almost 20 years, and we specialize in selling and managing lakefront property. So whether you're buying like a local, staying like a local, we want you to live like a local.
Austin Hill aims for his third straight Atlanta win, while the rest of the field looks to keep him out of the winner's circle.
He's done when I get to him.
The NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, this Saturday at 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific on the CW.
Tonight, an all-new Next Level Chef, followed by Michael Jackson, 30 Fatal Seconds.
Previously on Next Level Chef, from 24 chefs, only 15 of you will make it into that incredible draft.
Go home, chefs. Oh my goodness. I want one of you to want me. I did not get